So I want to talk about empaths because empaths tend to not argue. They don't really speak up if they feel like they're saying something that's the opposite of you, or they think it's going to cause problems or rock the boat. They'll tend to stay quiet. But there's this one thing that I talk to empaths about that they seem to argue with me about. And I find it so interesting. And what it is my belief that when you give of your own energy to someone else, eventually it is going to affect you and it's not really helping the other person. And this is where I hear, but I love them so much, I don't mind, I'd rather see them happy, I can handle it, I can take it on, I have a lot of energy to give, which is true. If you look at an empath's heart space, like clairvoyantly, they have massive amount of space in that area. They have a lot of love to give. However, when they are helping people by literally just letting them, for years sometimes, feed off of their own energy, what I see is a lot of empaths who become sick, anxious, autoimmune disorders. A lot of them don't have their gallbladder anymore. They end up getting energetically depleted. And it doesn't really help the person that they're allowing to feed off their energy. It doesn't really help them in the long run. So I want to give an example. If you have kids, let's say that you have a 17, 18-year-old child and you love them so much, you did everything for them. They never cooked a meal, they never washed their clothes, they never cleaned a dish, they never did any chores, made any money, they don't know how to purchase anything from the store. You did it all for them. Let's say something happens though where you're not able to be with your child. Maybe you got sick, maybe you're in the hospital, maybe that's all they have is you and you're not there. They're gonna do either one of two things. They're gonna have to learn how to do all of those things that you didn't teach them to do, that you did for them. Or, and this is the path of least resistance, they're going to find and sometimes marry somebody who will do all of those things for them. So if you think about the empath and the energy vampire, and the energy vampire is not evil, okay? That's just somebody who has not learned, typically, how to work within their own energy. And it's easier for them to feed off of the empath who's so ready to give of their energy than it is for them to learn how to do it for themselves. So in that relationship, okay, if you're not there, if you have, let's say this goes on 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, and you've been giving them your energy. First of all, you can tell, okay, if you go into a public place, which I know I probably just lost all the empaths by saying going to a public place, but if you go to a public place and you look at relationships, you can tell which one is the empath and which one is the energy vampire. You can just tell. The energy pattern you can see a mile away. So let's say this goes on for quite some time, okay, and you find yourself sick or depressed or anxious, and you don't have the amount of energy that you did to give before. So what is the energy vampire going to do? They can do one of two things, just like the kid, right? They can learn how to work within their own energy. They can figure it out. They can draw it in from source. They can learn how to do all of those things. Or they will go the path of least resistance, which means they will find another empath to give them the energy, which is really easy for them to do. So wouldn't it be better if you were helping them in a way that's not depleting your energy, but actually helping them to go within and work within their own energy and pulling down energy from source directly to help them instead of you just giving it out like candy to them? The same is true with the energy healer. And I think I mentioned this before. It is more helpful and beneficial if we help people to go within than if we make them reliant on us. Because if we're not here anymore, what are they going to do? They're going to probably find another guru to follow, which is easy, or they're going to have to learn to go within. And wouldn't it be better if we just go ahead and teach people or help people to go within, to remember who they are, than to try to make them codependent on us? Anyway, that is my thoughts for the day. I just really think that empaths have such big hearts and they want to help so badly that they can do so, but in a way that doesn't deplete them energetically and actually helps the person in the long run, instead of just being almost like a quick fix of giving them energy. Anyway, I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.